special joke. So I have to do one, then I get to leave. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. This is looking very packed in here. I like that you guys have like chosen that section and have like doubled down. Do you guys want us to set up a table outside? Is that more comfortable for you? Because you literally could not be any further away from everyone else. Anyways, I'm gonna level with you guys. I don't actually know what I'm doing. You know when you have those conversations with your friends and like, it's just, you guys are just talking, it's like, man, I could totally do that. So like literally anything, right? Like you can see a man running a company, dude, we could totally start a business. Well, this is what happens when one of those friends happens to be on the MSAE board. I literally have no idea what I'm doing, but I actually did all of you a favor because getting an actual comedian would just be too expensive. So if you really think about it, you guys have a lot to thank me for. Because you could either have me and the delicious butter chicken you're going to eat after I'm done, or you could have had a real comedian and Lunchables. So really, like, which one are you going to go for? But what I will say to you is the same thing I told my parents when I first got to college. Set your expectations very low. Because I literally have no idea what I'm doing. Ah, man, I'm so glad that you guys found the funny. It's nothing like a joke about parents and their neglect and everything that really brings a crowd of Indian and Auto people together. You know, it's like something that we can all really bond on, you know? And if you guys notice that, like, whenever you talk about parents and you talk about, you know, like, anytime you get in trouble and you get hit, it, like, suddenly turns into, like, a contest to see who got beat the most by their parents. Like, it's, you could be sitting with your boys on the bus, like, oh, man, I said something, my dad got pissed at me, I got whooped, man. And then one of your other friends will be like, man, that's nothing. Last night, I didn't eat my dinner, and my dad hung me outside. And it's like, oh yeah, well, and then it just gets worse and worse, and you're going at it. Meanwhile, that one Brian from 5th period who's just there with you for a school project is just sitting there like, guys, this doesn't sound very good. What's going on? It's a lot of like, I don't know what it is, like this need to like, show that you got more abuse than everybody else. But, you know, it's just like, I feel like it's part of just being, you know, growing up in that type of family. And honestly, like, I have a lot of, like, really good memories from growing up in that kind of family. Like, knowing how to get beat. That's not a skill you learn anywhere else. And getting beat isn't, like, it's so different than any other experience in life. Because normally when someone's swinging at you, what's your first reaction? Swing back. Swing back, but dodge, right? Like, get out of the way. Someone swings you, just like, you know, just constantly moving around. Anybody here try dodging one of their parents when they're hitting you? How'd that go?
Only gets worse. More.
Exactly. It's like a follow-through thing, you know? Because, like, punching something just, I'm not saying punch your kids, but, like, when you're punching something, like if you punch a punching bag, you know? There's, like, the swing, but then when you make that contact, it's so satisfying, right? Now imagine, like, robbing your parent of that when they're trying to hit you, you know? And they swing or whatever. Not that my parents ever swung at me. I feel like when at my high school graduation, I gave a couple stories about my dad in a speech, and then afterwards he's like, why would you say that about me? Like, why would you only tell them about the bad things? My father's a very good person. I love him. He's very supportive sometimes. And, you know, he pays for my education, so I can't really say too much. But it's, you know, when you try dodging, that's when you know you messed up. And it's only going to get worse. So it's like, that's like one of those things that you don't learn anywhere else. Like learning how to sit there and take that beating. Because life's going to beat you. You know, you're going to get yelled at. Maybe someone's going to try attacking you. And like, you can't do anything. So, you know, thank your parents for beating you. But it's not only about getting hit. You know, there are like so many things that are special about, you know, that brown upbringing. For example, how do I put this? We are at an MSA event. Our conversations with our kids about the reproductive system and its functions, brown people are not good at that at all. Like, my parents avoided that conversation like the plague. Like, everyone is supposed to get that talk, right? Like, when your parents, like, sit you down and are like, hey, kid, like, you know, you're going to be a big boy and you're going to want to do things, and just, you know, don't do that. You know? But my parents, it was like, if you like a girl, tell me and I'll like talk to her parents and like don't steal anything. And that was it. And I know the second one was a lie because my dad was like, oh yeah, if you want something, I'll get it for you. My dad never gets me anything. So I don't even know about the first one because the second one was this flat out lie. And I remember that my dad, like, he wanted all of us, like, our family to like take a class, like an Islamic class together. So we ended up taking a class about the rulings about like cleanliness. You know, like wudu, the ghusl, which is like, you know, the ritual shower and all those things. Basically, like how to like maintain that Islamic level of cleanliness. And I remember one of the things was talking about wet dreams, and it's like, you know, when a man has a wet dream, he should go and take a shower. And I was in 7th grade, and I grew up in an Islamic school. I had no idea what they were talking about. So I went to my dad after the class, and I was like, "Oh, what's a wet dream?" And he just like, all the emotions just died from his face. Like, and he took a deep breath, and like I can just imagine what was going through his head. Like, you know, I've been avoiding this talk for so long, but I guess I have to have it now. So he stops and he looks at me, and he goes, "Yeah, a wet dream is when a man goes to sleep and dreams about fulfilling the rights of marriage." And I was so confused. I was like, "What? I'm going to go to sleep and dream about paying child support or something?" Like, I never got an answer about that, ever. And it's like, not even that. Like, you know, as you get older, you have to start thinking about a family, right? And your ability to support that family. And I'm going into journalism, as some of you may know. And it's not exactly, you know, the most lucrative field in the world. So I'm like thinking about like, how to, you know, like support a family off of that income. And the way I was thinking about it is, if you don't have that many kids, you'll be fine, right? Like, I could easily support like 1 to 2 kids, you know? Maybe. Like, they wouldn't get to go on like nice field trips, and they'd be like whipping like 1997 Honda Civics, but like, they could, you know, like live. So I was having that conversation with my mom, and I told her, I was like, yeah, you know, she was telling me about how, you know, it's important to have money because you need to raise a family, da 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 da. I was like, yeah, it's fine, like, you know, I just like, you know, limit it to 1 to 2 kids. And she was like, yeah, but you can't really control that. I was like, what? What do you mean? Like, I mean, I didn't know a lot of things at that time, but I know that there, you know, like contraception exists. Unfortunately, that's not like something brown people can talk about. But she was like, yeah, you know, like you can't really control that. And I was like, well, I mean, like, there are ways. And she got so mad. She was like, no, you can't say that, you can't do this, or whatever. I'm like, there are 7 years between me and my younger brother, and 15 years between me and my younger sister. I know damn well you guys know what contraception is. But it's just like, you know, one of those conversations that you could never really have in that environment. And, you know, I've been thinking a lot about, like, parenting and stuff recently, because as some of you may know, I got engaged over the summer. Yeah, it's a really wonderful story, you know. Last year I joined the MSA, and now here I am. And there's a reason that they call it the Marital Services Association. But honestly, like, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, like, they don't want to mention that out loud. It's like, don't say anything to them, because, you know, they might get offended. Like, why would I be offended? Honestly, I have no shame or regret about it, because, like, God forbid people meet each other in an organization where you guys literally have the same core beliefs, the same lifestyle, like the same habits. Like, why is that so foreign a concept? But a lot of people are just like, oh, you have to be like really quiet about it and stuff. And it's like, if you think about it, like, how else is it really going to happen in America right now, you know? Like, sure, your parents could like set you up with somebody you've never really met, and you just have to like flip a coin and like pray that, you know, you don't find out horrible things about this person like after you got married to them. But it's really like, why is it so weird that you like meet each other at a place like that in college? And just to give context, especially for me, because I went to an Islamic school, and not just like any Islamic school. Like this Islamic school, like girls sat over there, guys sat over there, in like the liberal classes. For like Quran and Islamic studies, or Quran and Arabic, we would like be separated into like separate classrooms. So it's like, how are we really supposed to like get married otherwise? Like the type of school where it's like if you're tying your shoe and you look up and a girl happens to be there, like you're in trouble. Like the extent of my dating life in high school was letting a girl borrow my hole puncher. And I still remember that day really, really vividly. Like in her eyes, she was just like, yeah, can I borrow your hole puncher for, you know, this assignment? And in my head, I was like, what are we naming our third kid? Anyways, Ziad, everybody, thank you for actually like